Poetry is a love affair you can never end. However simple or labyrinthine it might prove in its charms, once attracted, you will always seek both its effulgence and its darkness. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you are listening to Uncut Poetry. Lose a lover, but not a friend. Let us get together again. This has been too long. We can't let ourselves drift into sharing social media pieces of our lives in ways too obvious and too known without your guttural laughter or absurd interventions or that twinkle which pronounces rhetorical. You do know there are things I can only be with you, and I miss those things of me. Why is friendship always a second-grade citizen to love when its comforts are less insidious? Just because its grace is allowed to be less rule-bound can't possibly be reason enough for us to take each other's histories for granted. Much more tolerant than love, friendship can bear our little poison pills with equanimity. Come, let's again find our drinks at our favorite waterhole. Let me see how much you've changed with your new unknown stories, and see how much you see me changed. I hope I don't cry, and we are able to hold each other just a shade of how lovers do. I just don't want to lose you to love. You are too precious for that. I just don't want to lose you to love. You are too precious for that. Too little, I feel, is talked about heartbreak, which arises from friendships which come unstuck. It's almost as if it doesn't require comment or commiseration if it's not love. There's injustice there, when the truth is that closely wrought bonds which are non-sexual often give more shelter to the soul than love can ever do. Friendship is a living relationship for the soul, where everything precious holds true, but no bond paper is signed. Friendship often frees you more preciously than how love binds you. Love seeks adventure. Friendship is already one. Love is cautious, and there is so much breakable which is at stake, but friendship thrives on risk. Without it, it withers, dies. There is reverse alchemy in friendship. What would life be without the wild indulgences with friends, the late nights, the drives, drinking binges, closing up to each other's secrets, opening up to our black holes? There is a bond of shared blood between friends which no amount of shared intimacy between lovers can ever be able to replace. Friendship do turn to love affairs, and if expectations don't drown its unfettered madness and outrageous indulgences and intravenous bonding, it would be the greatest love affair possible. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you were listening to Uncut Poetry. Did you enjoy what you heard? Give a rating on Spotify or leave a comment on Apple Podcasts, and follow Uncut Poetry on any place you get your podcasts from. And if you loved this episode, share it with someone you love. See you next week.